Okay, guys, we're done with my little thing. We're going to get into draconic options. We're going to talk about the Council of Worms, Dragonborns, dragons as PCs,
What? Oh,
settings, dragon deities, layout of the chromatic hierarchy, and little known chromatic lore. Oh, and again, anybody that has any statements or questions they want to make, please, pop up.
yeah. Especially questions. We like answering
Yeah,
questions.
that's fun.
Even if we're wrong,
Yeah, please.
still fun. Yeah.
I want to talk about Council of Worms.
Yeah, that was
Council
one
of
of the
Worms
coolest things they did in
Was a
second ed.
game that I wanted to play so bad, and nobody ever would let me play it.
That was exactly the problem I ran into. I was always the DM for the most part, so I couldn't find a group to do it. And I didn't want to run it. I wanted to play a dragon.
Well, it wasn't even the fact that I didn't want to run it or play it. I couldn't ever find anybody who would like belly up to the bar and step up and do it.
Yeah.
Everybody was always like, "Oh my God," and I'm like, it doesn't work the same way your standard character progressions works, and you have this to deal with, and blah blah blah.
Yep.
And they're like, "I don't know if I want to do that." And I'm like, "But you get to play a damn dragon." And they're like, "Yeah, it's cool and all, but."
Yep. Yeah, and that gets... It was a cool thing, though. Yeah, I always wanted to play it. But...
It was beautiful. What I thought was great was when you were talking about the setting for Council of Worms, there was a whole group of undead dragon slayers that were like revenants that would come back, and they had special attacks to kick draconic ass, and you had to deal with those guys all the time in that setting. And like I said, I was looking so forward to playing that, and it just never materialized because nobody was ready to kind of step up and get into it. So
yeah, I've kind of always had to get my fix a little bit in having NPCs that are dragons. And sometimes I'll sprinkle them in a campaign where the person you're talking to might be a silver dragon, and you'll never know it. Unless something happens in the campaign to where they reveal themselves, they're probably not.
Right.
So, but I know there's a dragon there.
Now, one of the
that
things
gets kind of cool
that I want to talk about that I admit fully that 3 and 3.5, they're not really a mystery to me, but there was a lot of the detail stuff that I didn't get. And the Dragonborn.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Uh-oh.
So yeah, I don't know. I probably people in the comments can know what the question is. It's hard to say. Maybe it was a little too out there, but I don't think it was.
My theory on that particular subject, and this is by no means I think exhaustive, but my theory is the fact that Council of Worms came out during second edition, and it came out right before they released 2.75, which was Skills and Powers and Spells of Magic.
Yep.
And the whole way that you progressed and did things was very different from the standard second ed. And I think that's what people thought was quote unquote out there. And it was a cool setting. It was a very cool setting, but it was, to be perfectly blunt, it was a little bland in its own way because it was just another continent with, bad guys on it. You could have done anywhere you wanted to do it, which was, to me, was a bonus. You could put it anywhere you want to put it, damn it. If I want to put it on Athos, I can. If I want to put it on Kryn, I can. If I want to put it on wherever,
and I'm sure
I can.
people did play it. We
what
just
was-
didn't get to, and we're mad about it.
What
so.
was your second question there, Allie?
Second question is from your friendly toasty. I would like to know how else these gentlemen might flip the dragon idea on its head, like the Dragon Maker.
Well, there's always the and it's been done a little bit, but the you gotta rescue the dragon from the evil queen, that sort of thing. Maybe it's a silver dragon that's been trapped by an evil sorceress or something, and you gotta go rescue the dragon.
Do you know the one that I want to play so bad that I can't stand it? And it's a friggin' meme, okay? But it seems like the coolest idea in the entire world. It's the knight riding down the hill with his lance, and he runs up on the tower, and there's the maiden going, "Oh my God, save me, save me!" And the dragon pops up, and the dragon and the knight do battle, and she crushes the knight. The knight's talking all kinds of massive shit, and the dragon crushes the knight, and turns out looks at the princess, and she goes, "Thanks, that guy was a jackass."
Yep.
And that's a game I want to run for somebody sometime. The dragon who's protecting the princess from all the jerkwad knights that are coming after her to save her.
But yeah, I think I think you could find a ton of ways to
Oh,
to
man.
flip the dragon trope, on its head. Dragon farming, yeah, that could work.
You have the oddest mind I've ever come across in my entire life.
No, just, they're worth a lot, so you just get a good
Right.
pair, and you make sure they grow up in cages. Field dragons.
Yeah. And, that could be a thing too. Maybe your party is kind of morally obligated to go bust up this like dragon slaver operation. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's great. I think that'd be a fun campaign. Yeah, you got to bust up this group of right. Yeah.
Oh, God, we have
you could have an
We
organization.
have Harry Potter spew for dragons in D&D. That'd be pretty funny.
Right. I think that'd be awesome.
There were a couple of worlds I ran across one time that somebody ran on a homebrew, flipping the idea. The dragons had been cursed, for some whatever asinine reason, but they were all small. Like they maxed out like the size of an elephant,
Yep.
and they were beasts of burden. They pulled carriages and they pulled plows and shit, and it was a hilarious setting. And then the people were, they had this high, magic, and the dragons were, dullards. They were all just, and it was funny as hell because it was that what to me was a good flip on the whole thing, One more good flip on the dragon idea.
One of my favorites that I've seen. It was the guys on Nerdarchy for their Monster BFFs thing. They would take two different monsters and pair them together and figure out ways that it works. And one of those pairings was fairy dragons and animated armor. So you've got a couple of fairy dragons, maybe 3 or more, that are living inside their lair is this suit of animated armor. And it goes and walks around, down roads and stuff. And you hear rumors about this kind of weird, like, knight that goes up to people, asks them for shiny things, and if they don't have any, it just walks away, stuff like that.
Do you have any shinies?
Yeah, so you.
Oh, well, have a good day.
Yeah, so you encounter this thing, and it's it's just this suit of armor, and it just goes, ask them if they have any shinies. I know I'm about to do that. Yeah, well, you should do it now. They're kind of arguing inside, and I think they can hear us. And so you can have a little comedy in there, and then they go, good sirs, do you have shiny things that we might have? Please feed them to me.
God, what was the
you
one?
can get all kinds of silly with it.
What was the name of the dwarf? The dwarf fairy, like a dwarf. They were poisonous, and they have mushrooms, and they were. They
You're
had
thinking
little,
of red caps?
No, not red caps. Not changeling, but in D&D there was a whole breed of fairies, brambles and
Yeah, I think that's
splinters.
red caps.
It's not a red cap.
I think
It
you
looks
might-
like a little miniature dwarf in a grass skirt.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
That
look
would-
this up. We're gonna argue about that.
because I think you might be thinking of Ettercap,
no.
maybe.
These little guys, though, they were these little dwarf-looking dudes, and they were little fairies, and there was a whole group of them because they weren't ridiculously intelligent. Had moved into a black dragon's lair, and the black dragon wasn't offended and was kind of like, look at those things, they're kind of funny, and they could ingest all manner of poisons, and it wouldn't hurt them, and in return they worshipped the black dragon as a goddess.
Yeah,
And so they were raiding the countryside and pillaging everything, huh? I don't remember. I'll have to look it up again. Okay.
That could be.
But these guys would go rampaging through the countryside to steal trinkets to bring back to present to their goddess, the Black Dragon. And the Black Dragon was, what the hell, wealth is wealth, right?
Right.
And the whole part of that game was to figure out what was going on. And the Black Dragon had grown quite fond of her little worshippers. And so, the complete, absolute asininery ensued when they killed a couple of these things. And anyway,
Nice.
again, I want to talk about Dragonborns just briefly in sentences. What?
Dragons as
Oh,
Dune dragons. Dune dragons.
yeah. Could potentially do that. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah. So Dragonborn.
Dragonborn made my blood run cold. What?
Sorry, there's another question.
Oh,
What you
sure.
got?
Yeah, fire away.
What do you think of pseudo-dragons?
I love pseudo dragons.
I want one.
Oh, your number one fans back in the chat.
Who?
You've been here every week. They love you.
Oh, sweet. All right. Yeah, I have no idea who that is. Awesome.
Dragons are pseudo.
Hey. Shake a little shaky money maker
Yeah,
for
there
the
you
fan.
go. No. Anyhow, yeah, pseudo dragons are awesome. I want one. Yeah, totally.
Pseudo
want one.
dragons are great.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the one thing that oh God, what, somebody said something. See, this is the worst part about not seeing the damn screen. These two know all the funny bits, and we know nothing.
Right. It's
Which
always a
is pretty much
surprise,
the same anyway.
which I don't mind too much. Yeah, it's-
I got Trish getting naked and putting on a dress in the back of the room.
I am not naked.
Yeah.
Yeah!
She's wearing so many clothes. She looks fit for poker. Was that poker cosplay? Nope.
So,
You're saying.
Dragonborn, one of the things that I don't like about the Dragonborn, I didn't like, they made my blood run cold. I'm thinking, how much power do these damn things have in compared to player characters? This was a good 20, 30 minutes before I read the section of the book that talked about level adjustment. And then I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, they totally fixed that in 5th ed.
Thank God.
Yeah, they do have because I think the Xanathar's Guide to Everything. They have new feats, and one of those is a feat for Dragonborn characters.
Uh-huh.
And basically, you get wings. However, you lose your breath weapon. So it's you one or the other. You don't get both.
So they're inflatable.
Yeah,
Boo.
essentially. And they just grab their tail and they're like. as their wings pop out.
Opportunity for communities.
Oh God, no, we just.
I guess
we just did this on the internet.
I guess if you go to conventions in a dragon costume, you know, it wouldn't be a furry convention. It'd be a scaly convention, right?
Oh God, there's a whole new kink coming.
Yep.
Scalies.
Yeah.
They're real.
Oh, I would imagine so. Right? They've got to be.
Don't talk to me anymore about this one, please. There's a great deal many things my small little mind is able to but that's not one of them, okay?
Okay, on the topic of pseudo-dragons, how would you work them into a game?
Real simple. Just any damn mage that calls for familiar.
Yep.
Pseudo dragon.
Which you actually in 5th ed, I believe they got rid of the,
Production mistress. Hush.
So as far as I know, in 5th ed, Find Familiar will not get you a pseudo dragon. However, the Warlock Pact of the Chain will.
Right.
You can get a Quasit or a pseudo dragon.
See-
any of
see-
those.
Those rules are just guidelines for the DM.
Yeah, they are.
Exactly,
Yeah. Like,
exactly,
as a
see?
DM, like if I had a wizard player that wanted a pseudo dragon, yeah, and I'll let him have it. Oh, in my Wednesday game, one of our wizard has a snake familiar, and he's like, "Are there flying snakes?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, there are."
Yeah, they're called alchemies.
So he's like, "All right, I'm gonna get my stuff together and recast this Find Familiar." Do
All
it
right.
again. So now he's got a flying snake.
I think we're going to move on to the next singing section. I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys, I'm not going to play till the end again. I have this nice wicked cut on my index finger. And every time I put my finger on a string, it dives into the furrow and digs in a little bit harder. So I'm going to wait till the end. So Dave's going to
What about, or we could skip that and actually talk about Dragonborn.
We can do.
Since we
can skip
had a
the
bunch of
song
questions.
entirely.
Because there's more than just Dragonborn. You've also got
But hold on. The next section is home is where you bury the bodies. Ecology, biology, etymology, chromatic dragon buddies. Explain why it's going to be a dragon's layers at best a fool's errand. Ask yourselves why we don't build the layers the way dragons themselves do. And then we show some more.
yeah,
So why don't we just scoop through
Sounds
that
good.
and keep going?
yeah, we could do that.
What if you take your break while he talks about all the different kinds of Dragonborn?
Yeah, I can go on about that
Later.
Yeah, Yeah. It'll take me a couple minutes to go through this.
Break.
I'm out.
And I'm sure there's more than just the ones I'm thinking of too. So if you're in the comments, feel free to jump in and go, hey, what about these?
People want you to play a song, Dave.
Do
I'm
they?
here for your excuses, Dave.
Who's your biggest fan, Dave?
Oh
They
no,
want you to play music,
Dave, you gotta
Yeah.
shake that moneymaker, baby. Come on.
might have to. Yeah, I can do that. All right.
We said we need Dave's 6-year-old sailor tune.
You're not getting up at 6 a.m. to go to Seattle.
All right. This is the part where we find out if I remember the lyrics or not.
They're just excited to hear you play.
Works for me. Oh dear, what can the matter be? 7 old ladies got stuck in the lavatory. They were there from Sunday till Saturday, and nobody knew they were there. The first old lady was old Mrs. Moore. She was drunk as a skunk, so she pissed on the floor. Oh, that's totally the wrong spot. Ah, crap. All right, I'm going to have to look in the book real quick because I jumped way ahead.
I think it was working fine.
Yeah, but I couldn't remember it. Yeah, it's like, yeah, if you end up in the wrong spot, it screws everything up, so. Doot, doot, doot. Well, the last time you heard that one, it was probably me.
No,
Or Gareth.
I heard it was Dr. Demento.
Oh, really? Nice. God damn it, where is it? Let's look. I know it's in there.
Tristan was saying that pseudo-dragons, actually the only kind of dragons with their limited telepathy trying to convince everybody that they're big bad monsters.
I don't know. That would be fun. Yeah, you could totally do that.